I was helping Mom reset her iPad password when I saw the PDF. Last Will and Testament, Final Draft, October 2024. I clicked it, expected to see the same will from 2 years ago. Everything split 3 ways between me, Jason, and Rebecca. But my name was gone. Where it should have been, there were white digital rectangles. Like someone had taken correction fluid to the screen. Next to Jason's name, 50% of estate. Next to Rebecca's name, 50% of estate. Next to the whiteout boxes where my name used to be, Olivia removed per discussion October 3rd, 24. Witnesses present. Mom was in the kitchen humming, making tea. The same woman I'd been helping every single week since Dad died 6 months ago. The one I taught to pay bills online, take into doctor appointments, help sort through Dad's things when she couldn't bear to do it alone. She'd erased me from her will a month ago, and never said a word that I couldn't move, couldn't process it. For 6 months, I'd been the one who showed up. Jason lived 4 hours away in Atlanta, visited maybe once a month. Rebecca lived 20 minutes away, but was always too busy with her perfect life, her kids, her excuses. I was the one who was actually there, and Mom had deleted me. I closed the PDF before she came back with the tea, smiled when she thanked me for being such a good daughter, so patient with her technology problems. Told her I had to go when she asked me to stay for dinner. I made it to my car before my hands started shaking. I called Jason first. Asked if Mom had mentioned changing her will. The silence told me everything. He knew. He tried to calm me down, said we should talk reasonably, that Mom had her reasons. I asked what that meant. He sighed like I was being dramatic. Then he told me. Rebecca had been talking to Mom for months.
Since July.
Telling her I was manipulating her. That I was spending too much time at the house, getting too involved in Mom's finances, positioning myself to take advantage of her grief. That I was after her money. My sister had convinced my mother I was a predator. And my brother had let it happen. I called Rebecca. She didn't answer. I called 5 more times. Finally, she picked up. She sounded annoyed. I told her I knew about the will. She laughed. Said Mom made her own decision. That Rebecca had just opened her eyes to what was really happening. That I'd been hovering, inserting myself, making myself indispensable, so I could control everything later. I told her I was helping because someone had to, because Dad was dead, and Mom needed me. Rebecca said that's exactly what a manipulator would say. Then she dropped the bomb. She'd been documenting everything. Every time I helped Mom with banking. Every time I was at the house. Screenshots of bank accounts. Transaction records. Building a case that I was financially exploiting an elderly widow. She'd shown it all to Mom, to Jason, to Mom's lawyer, and if I tried to contest the will, she had enough evidence to pursue elder abuse charges against me. My sister hadn't just poisoned Mom against me. She'd been planning it for months. 3 days later, Mom's lawyer called, asked me to come to his office to discuss concerns about my mother's assets. I went. Sat there while he showed me printouts, bank statements with highlighted charges, Amazon orders I'd placed for Mom with her permission, using her card because she didn't trust online shopping, Venmo transactions where she'd reimburse me for groceries, all of it framed as theft. He said the family was considering a restraining order if I didn't back off. I left his office and cried in my car until I couldn't see. That night, I did something I'm not proud of. I logged into Mom's iCloud, the account I'd just reset for her. I went through her emails. I needed to understand. And I found them. Months of emails between Rebecca and Mom. Starting in July, right after I'd helped Mom sell Dad's car. Rebecca's messages were surgical. She'd send articles about elder financial abuse. Stories about children who manipulated their parents. Casual comments about how much time I was spending at the house, how unusual it was, how I'd never been that attentive before Dad died. For months of slow, methodical poison. But then I found something else. An email between Rebecca and Jason from September. Rebecca had sent him a spreadsheet, a detailed breakdown of Mom's assets. The house, $420,000. Dad's life insurance, $200,000. Investments, $300,000. Total, $920,000. And a note. If we split it 2 ways instead of 3, we each get $460,000 instead of $306,000. That's an extra $154,000 each. Think about Emma's college fund. Think about your mortgage. Rebecca hadn't done this to protect Mom. She'd done it because cutting me out meant an extra $150,000 for each of them. That I printed everything. Every email. Every message. Every calculation. Then I called Mom. Said I wanted to clear the air. That I wanted to talk as a family. Asked her to invite Jason and Rebecca. Mom was thrilled. Said she'd been so worried about us falling apart. The dinner was on a Saturday. Mom made pot roast, Dad's favorite. We sat around the same table where we'd had 1,000 family dinners. And I brought the evidence. I waited until after we'd eaten.
Until Mom was relaxed.
Then I asked Rebecca directly why she'd told Mom I was exploiting her. Rebecca went pale. Started to deflect. I pulled out my phone and read her emails aloud. The articles. The insinuations. The manipulation. Mom's face changed. Then I pulled out the spreadsheet. The financial breakdown. The calculation showing exactly how much richer Rebecca and Jason would be without me. Jason tried to interrupt. Said they were just being practical, thinking through scenarios. I asked why he'd never mentioned those scenarios to me. Silence. Rebecca's face was red. She said I'd hacked Mom's email, that it was illegal, that it proved I was dangerous. I said I'd used the password Mom gave me. That Mom had the right to see what had been said about her behind her back. I looked at Mom. She was staring at the spreadsheet, at her children calculating her worth while she was still alive. I told her I loved her, that everything I'd done was to help, that if she wanted me gone, I'd go. But I wanted her to know the truth first. I left. Mom called 3 hours later.
Crying.
Said she was sorry. That Rebecca had been so convincing, and Mom had been so overwhelmed after Dad's death that she believed it. She said she'd called her lawyer. Told him to draw up a new will. Equal thirds again. She'd told Rebecca and Jason to leave. That she needed time. But here's what haunts me. Mom was sorry, but she believed I could steal from her. She'd erased me without asking my side. Jason went along with it because the math made sense. And Rebecca had orchestrated everything with such precision, I wonder if she'd been planning it since Dad's diagnosis. I still visit Mom once a week. But there's a distance now that wasn't there before. She feels it, asks if we're okay. I tell her we are. But we're not. The will is back to equal thirds. But I've told my husband that when the time comes, I'm giving my share to charity. Because I was never after the money. And the fact that they thought I was tells me everything I need to know. If you're listening to this, and you've ever been the one who showed up, who did the work, who helped when no one else would, only to watch your family turn on you the moment you became inconvenient, I see you. You're not the villain. And maybe, if this story meant something to you, you could share it. Let other people know they're not alone. Because these painful stories, the ones that show us who people really are when there's something to gain, these matter most. I lost my family over a will I never wanted anything from, but at least I know the truth now. And sometimes that has to be enough. Subscribe for stories where the good kid fights back. Like if you've ever been the one who showed up. Share this with anyone who knows family isn't always fair. Comment, white out, below if you felt erased.